What's happening, people? I am back in the kitchen again, and if you watch my videos on a regular basis, you will know a few days ago I did a fish and chip review from Sainsbury's. It was this beer battered cod chips and peas. Now, I'm not going to spoil that one, but I will link this one at the end. And also, last week I did some sausages, the cheapest sausages from Tesco. So those two videos, the fish and chips from last Friday and the sausage review, will be coming up at the end of this one. Is it the exit screen, the goodbye screen? Not sure. At the end, anyway, you have the choice of these two videos, and that is relevant because today's review is this sausage-filled Yorkshire. Yorkshire. And the reason I mentioned that fish and chips one is because it's obviously the same day. If you do watch the videos, you'll know I'm in the same clothes. I have just eaten my lunch, my fish and chips lunch. And this is actually for Naomi, which is also why the sausages are relevant, because I've got a couple of sausages in there because I've got to try this. So yeah, I'm going to have a little bit of everything on this, give it a try, let you guys know what I think, and then I'm going to add the two sausages, and then Naomi's going to have this for her lunch. So let's take a look at this. Okay, so like I said, this one is from Sainsbury's, and it says pork sausages with a creamy mash, peas and rich onion gravy. Looks good, doesn't it? Did anyone else use a giant Yorkshire pudding back in the day as a bowl? Well, looks like you get two sausages, a scoop of mash, peas. I'm not sure where the gravy is, but it must be underneath the sausages. Oh yeah, I can see a little bit there. Right, so let's have a look at the sleeve. So the traffic light system there serves one per pack, 707 calories. It's not good reading when it comes to salt, fat and saturated fat. However, it's low in sugar. Please ignore that date. This is filmed in advance, like I say. Yeah, 707 calories. That's not good reading, is it? But we'll see. See what else is going on with this thing. Bit more information there. Yorkshire pudding filled with pork sausages in gravy with mashed potato and peas. 470 grams this. Oven cooked from chilled, and you can freeze this. It is a fresh product, but you can freeze it if you need to. So this one actually cooks in the plastic in the metal container with the plastic. You just pierce the plastic. I thought that'd steam the Yorkshire pudding. Maybe we won't get a crispy Yorkshire pudding. Preheat the oven, remove out packaging and pierce film lid in several places. Place on the baking tray in the middle of the shelf oven. Remove film after 20 minutes. Okay, so you take you pierce it for 20 minutes and then you take it off for the final 10. So that would hopefully crisp up that nice giant Yorkshire pudding. That is nutritional information in more detail. 26.1 grams of protein in this per serving. That's a bit mad, isn't it? There's more protein in them two sausages and this meal in general than there was in the fish on my fish and chips. That surprised me, that. 77 grams of carbs and 30.2 grams of fat. This is the full ingredients list there. So it's mashed potato, yep, Yorkshire pudding is 20% of this meal. Pork sausage 17%. Now it doesn't tell you the pork content in the pork sausage, so that's a little bit sneaky. Or it does say beef collagen casing. Peas 9%. You've got wheat, milk, barley, egg as your allergens. Anything else in there I've missed? You guys let me know. And that is all it says, I think. Just say caution, take care when removing the film as hot steam will escape. So, get that pierced. Put in the oven 20 minutes. And I'll tell you how much this was. So that's in the oven now, and the price of this sausage-filled Yorkshire pudding, you ready for this? £4.15. £4.15. Now, unless these sausages are the best sausages I've ever had, the creamiest mash I've ever tasted, the onioniest gravy I've ever tasted, the crispiest Yorkshire and the most delightful peas, I don't think that's going to be worth £4.15 when you've got to cook it at home yourself. It's not a microwave meal, this. It is a ready prepped meal, would say. But yeah, that's expensive, isn't it? Now, if you did watch the fish and chip video on Friday, you will know there is an offer on, so you can get two for £6, so that's why I went for these two. But you can mix and match with others as well. I'm not sure what else is there, or you can get two of the same, of course. So you can get this down to £3, which, I mean, to cook all in one go, convenience, maybe it's worth it. And I won't tell you what I thought of the fish and chips, because like I said, I'm going to link it at the end of this one. But I'll bring you back in 20 minutes. I have got a couple of the Tesco sausages cooking as well as this, so yeah, you can check that one out at the end as well. But this is what we're focusing on today: Sainsbury's sausage filled Yorkshire pudding. Come and have a look at this. Okay, here we go. That is what you get. Now, of course, you don't eat it out of the metal tray, so we'll get it onto the plate and give it a taste. But what do you think, people? Sausage actually look all right. I think that the peas got a bit ruined when you're when in that last 10 minutes when I take the foil off. But we'll get it out of the air and put it on a plate and see what's what. Okay, so it came out of that little metal thing very easily, and this is what you're left with: a couple of sausages, potato, gravy swimming. All the peas are swimming in the gravy there, even. And hopefully a nice crispy Yorkshire pudding. So let's have a look. Let's get this. Oh yes, very crispy. And you can see that gravy there, right? Okay, let it cool down for a sec, then we'll have a taste. Okay, it's all important taste time. Sausage filled Yorkshire. So, as you just saw there, it's a nice crispy sides on the Yorkshire pudding, but the bottom, because it's been cooked in that gravy, is actually still nice and soft. Now for me, that's how I like it. That's not too bad. Let's get a bit of the crispy sides, because some people prefer a nice crispy Yorkshire. Oh yeah, that's like the best of both worlds. Not too shabby. And try these peas, and they're swimming in the gravy, and I can see a bit of onion there, onion gravy. Oh. Red hot. I have said before, when these in these ready meals, there's quite a bit of onion in this gravy actually. In these ready meals, if you are cooking your veg and they put it in the gravy, especially when it's microwaved, obviously this is not being microwaved, but it always cooks the veg better. Otherwise it just becomes sweaty. It's alright, is that? Not too bad. Okay, mashed potato. Now I'll be honest, when I was trying to just mix it up a little bit, it was a bit tough. It's a bit dry on its own, but with the onion gravy, I think probably be alright. This is definitely one where you just mix it all together. And the sausages. That is the inside of the sausages. Now remember, it doesn't tell us how much pork was in these, but I'm guessing it's going to be 42%. They are a little bit soft. But I'll tell you what, they've got a decent flavour. Actually got quite a nice snap, but I thought they were a bit mushy inside, but they're not. Wow. They're quite nice, if I do say so myself. That surprised me. It's absolutely surprised me. That might have just saved the whole review there. I've recently done, like I said earlier in this video, sausages, like cheap budget sausages from Tesco. I'm going to link it at the end of this one. There is two in the air fryer waiting to go with this for Naomi's dinner. And, well, these are better than them. Them sausages are actually very tasty. Very tasty. But the mashed potato probably lets it down a little bit. The onion gravy is okay, and the peas are fine. It's not a world beater of a meal. It's not the best sausage and mash you're ever going to have, but it is convenient. The cat's coming. It is convenient. At £3, would I buy it again? I think so, maybe. It's something that like even your teenager could just put in air fryer, oven, whatever it is. All they've got to do is take the film off after 20 minutes. It's very, very easy. Not a lot of work goes into it. It's basically a lazy meal, isn't it? £4.15, I'd probably swerve it. Yeah, but for £3, like I say, you get 2 meals for £3. So I got the fish and chips. I'll link that one at the end, and the Tesco sausages, which are about to go on this plate. Score out of 10. Probably say this is about a. It surprised me a little bit. I was expecting it to be a bit worse than that, especially the sausages. I'll probably go with a 7.1. It's not too bad. Naomi's going to enjoy it, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like the video, and if you want to see more like this, subscribe to the channel. There's always more kitchen reviews coming up on More Just Dino. Thank you for watching. Catch you on the next one. What do you guys think? What's happening, people? Back in the kitchen again. Hope you're all fantastic. Thanks for watching. Would be special. Wouldn't buy that again.